Well, you guys thought you had gotten rid of me, and you did for a little while, but unfortunately for all of you, here I am back again. What's up? Tenacious Earl here with the resumption of the TBL 2016 season, Tenacious Baseball League. This is going to be game 61, so this is the 5th series. They're 3-game series. We're going to have 18 total, so that makes 54 games for every team, 10 teams in this league. This is the second game of this series between the Padres, not a very good team in real life. They're doing okay. They're about 500, but see if they can keep it up. Against the Blue Jays at 7-6, a little below probably what you might expect, but not that far off either. So when it comes right down to it in baseball, a lot of the teams are right around 500. It's tough to see too many teams that end up at, 333 or 667. So, I mean, we're going to have sort of a big, sort of a, what do you want to call it, a grouping at 500 probably, especially since these teams, generally speaking, aside from, let's say, the Padres and the Athletics, we're mostly 500 teams or thereabouts, within a few percentage points either way. So been away, took a few-day vacation, went into some other areas. We took a little vacation a couple weeks ago, but it wasn't really, it was more of a staycation than a vacation. So this was more of a vacation, nothing real huge, but didn't get to play any Strat, which was necessary because I needed some time to let it ride, so to speak. So it's now ridden. I had some updates to do on my stats, which are always laborious, but it wasn't so bad since I hadn't done it in a couple weeks, because I hadn't really played too many games in the last week. All right, so it's going to be Luis Perdomo getting his first start for San Diego on the mound. He has been featuring as a long reliever up till now, but they need him, and he started in game 38. He only pitched 3 innings for the Padres in that game. I'm not 100% sure why. I didn't really dig deep. Might have gotten hurt, might have just didn't look like he was terribly effective, but he wasn't too bad. I mean, compared to most of San Diego's pitchers, he was probably right on the money. But anyway, it'll be Marco Estrada for the Blue Jays here. I want to get the chat room up and loaded, and then I will go to some. So Perdomo, he does have 1 loss. He has 3 appearances, 6.55 ERA, though he hasn't started a game yet. For Toronto, Estrada, he is 1-0, a 2.25 ERA in 2 starts, 12 innings pitched total, so that's about 6 a game. Actually, right on the money, 6 a game. 11 strikeouts, 7 walks, 3 earned runs. So that's what we got. And I'm going to get moving here because I don't want to have this go terribly late. Just got back not that long ago, and I'm going to need some sleep because it was a bit of a drive. So, all right, for the Padres against Estrada, the righty. Both pitchers righties. But for the lineup for San Diego, Melvin Upton Jr. in center, Alexei Amarista left, Will Myers first base, Matt Kemp right field, Brett Wallace third base, Derek Norris catching, Alexei Ramirez shortstop, Jamal Weeks second base, be his last game at second base, most likely, and Luis Perdomo on the mound. And they'll face Estrada, and since it's a night game at Rogers Center, there's only one thing it can be. It's 7s on the singles and 10s on the home runs. So, ballpark, I mean. So here we go. Upton Jr. 3-3. And there's a ballpark shot for him there. That would get the Padres off to a nice start. If he can get a 1 through 10, it'll be gone. It is a 17, and it will be the first out. Caught on the track by Goins. Alexei Amarista. And that is a 2-6, and he'll strike out. That brings up Will Myers. And a 4-9 against a right-hander, and he's going to hit a fly ball in the center that will be caught by Pilar. And that's going to be all for the Padres there. One long shot that was caught, and the rest academic. All right. So against Perdomo, the Blue Jays, they do get Tulowitzki back, so they're going to have Devin Travis at second. Carrera needed the day off, so Ryan Goins will get a start in left. Not a very good fielder out there. Bad E rating. Josh Donaldson at third. Encarnacion at first. Bautista in right. Tulowitzki short. Russell Martin catching. Pilar in center field. And Estrada on the mound using pitcher's hitting card number 1. Travis against Perdomo. Righty-righty matchup. And a 3-5. And that's a single. Perdomo at about average, holding guys on. Travis, this team doesn't really run much aside from Carrera. Ryan Goins, let's see. Hi, Jerry. Norris is a +1 and Perdomo's a +1. Goins' card not very good. We're gonna go ahead and let him hit and run here. They're gonna hold Travis on, so that makes him a B hit and run candidate, and that's a 2-6. But that goes off of the hit and run chart, and a 6. That's a ground ball to second that moves the runner along. So that's 1 out. Donaldson with a runner at second. That's a 1-5, and he's going to walk. So Encarnacion with 2 on. Perdomo putting himself in a little bit of a pickle here. That's a 2-5, and that is a ballpark home run shot. 1-10, 3-0 lead if he can get a hold of this one. 1-10 a home run, and it's a 16. So that will be a fly ball to left field, and that'll be the second out. So 2 moon shots that can't leave the park, and it'll be Jose Bautista. 2 on and 2 out. And there is a potential wild pitch, 1-14, and it's a 5, so that will be a wild pitch. And Bautista will continue his at bat. Would have been a ballpark home run shot for him if it hadn't been a wild pitch. There's a 6-8 against a righty, and that is trouble for the Padres. 1-5 triple, 6-20 double. It's a 4. Bautista had 1 triple. Well, we'll give it to him. Both runners score 2-0 as Bautista gets a couple RBIs. And still a runner at third. Tulowitzki back from injury. 6-5 against a righty. Fly ball to right, and that'll end it. They get 2 runs. We'll go to the top of the second. 2-0 Toronto. So I am a Western New York fan. That's where we ran off to for a few days. So Marco Estrada goes back out there now. He has a 2-0 lead. He's going to face Matt Kemp. And there's a 6-7 against a righty. Walks him. Brings up Brett Wallace, the lefty. 2 on the D20, and that means balk. No balk rating, so we will re-roll. 5-5 against a lefty, and that's a ground ball to short. And that will be, they're holding Kemp on, and a lefty at the plate, so Tulowitzki becomes a 3, E12. 3 and 8. They're holding the runner on, that's a single. And the shortstop with a 4. Tulowitzki E12 and 4, not an error, but they do get a single out of that. If you recall, I switched to where barring late situations where you wouldn't hold a runner on, we are holding runners on. Pretty much all lead runners will get held. Derek Norris, also Brett Wallace here would be held at first. And I guess in theory Kemp is being held at third. So 3-3, that's a fly ball to right field. Right fielder is Bautista, 0 arm. So you got Kemp, who's an 11. He gets a 2-notch raise to 13. 1-13, he's going to try to score with nobody out. 1-13, he scores. It's a 19. He is thrown out. 9-2. And Wallace, he does advance to second. Smart base running, but big out there brings up Ramirez. Man, you thought that he was... They're going to get one back here, and it doesn't happen, so... And 1 on the D20. We keep getting that guy. 1-6, a wild pitch. To 3. Balls are getting away from guys here today. Maybe a little humid. Although you'd think that the... still Ramirez. You'd think that the air conditioning would be on. And a 1-7, a ground ball to third base B. That will get a run home. As they were not playing the infield in. So it's now 2-1. That brings up Weeks with nobody on and 2 out. So 2-3, ground ball to second, and that'll end it. But they do pick up a run on a hit and a walk. Run themselves out of maybe more, but one could argue that maybe Wallace wouldn't have taken second on that advancement, but I think he did. So Martin, bottom of the second, 2-6. That's a ground ball to second. Kevin Pillar against a righty, 5-6. He strikes him out. And that brings up the pitcher. Hitting card number 1, he's hitting from the right, and that's a 4-9. And that is a ground ball to short, which will be picked up by Alexei Ramirez, and the inning is over. 2-1 Blue Jays going to the third. Perdomo will hit probably for the first time in the whole season, so I'm not sure if he ever... 6-12. Uh-oh, that's an Estrada. That's an Estrada injury roll right there. So 6-12, ground ball to the pitcher. Perdomo hitting from the right side. Ground ball to the pitcher, 3-0. And he makes the play. But let's roll these guys. Again, I roll a D6 as well. And Estrada pitched how many games did he start? 29. So he doesn't get that benefit of the... Or no, he does. 28 games is started. So he can, the most he can be injured is 6 games in this roll. But we also have where we roll a D6, 1 or 2, he stays in the game as long as needed. 3 or 4, he has to come out after the inning is over, and 5 and 6, he's out immediately. So let's see here. And he isn't hurt, so he can stay in the game. So it looked like you might have been a little ginger after covering the bag. Actually wasn't covering the bag, but trying to field that. Upton Jr., 1 out, 5-4, righty. 5-4 righty. Fly ball to center. That's Pillar, 1-7. And he makes the play. Trust me, he makes the play. Alexei Amarista, 1-7 singles. 2 out knock. He's going to try to get a lead here. Estrada and Martin together, a +2. Whoa. Oh, no. Crap on a cracker. That's good. Oh. Okay. A little getting away from me here. So, yeah, with 2 outs, Amarista, he's going to try, and they're definitely holding him on, but he gets a pretty good jump there in most situations. 12, yes, he does. So, he gets a jump. That makes him 1-19, and he will steal second. And a chance at a throwing error. 1-3 means we check Martin's throwing error. He needs another 1-3 for the, or no, it's a 1-6 for the throwing error. It's a 17, so just gets the second. So Myers with a chance maybe to tie this game. 6-9. Against a right-hander, 6-9 strikes him out, ends the inning. Maybe a little on the quick side there, but if you have questions on this, definitely leave a comment. Again, trying to keep the length to the reasonable minimum. Perdomo again, facing Travis. 111. That's a ballpark single, 1-7, and it's a line out to short because it was a 15. Ryan Goins moved the runner along on a. So that's against a lefty, 4-2. That's a 1-2 single. Line out the rest. Line out to second baseman. Weeks, and so 2 outs. Josh Donaldson. 2-6. 1-3 triple. 13. No. Fly ball to center. Inning over. 1-2-3 Perdomo. Puts him down. It's still 2-1. Blue Jays in the driver's seat at the moment. Matt Kemp, top of the 4th, leading off. Against a righty, 4-9, fly ball to center. Pilar makes the catch, 1 out. Brett Wallace. Against a lefty, that's a 5-7. Ground ball to second. Devin Travis, 2E19. And he makes the play. Double check on the E19 and a 12. That is correct. And so with 2 down, it'll be Derek Norris at the plate. And a 2-5 is a strikeout. So we're through 3.5. Still 2-1. Estrada has yielded 2 hits to the Padres, and it's the same for Perdomo here, but one of those was a triple, which generated both of the runs for the Blue Jays up to this point. So Encarnacion will be the first. He almost got one out of the park in the first inning, but the D20 did not go kindly to him, and that's a walk. Perdomo grants him 1 to triple for Bautista in the first. 2 RBIs for him, and with a runner at first, 4-10 against a righty. That's a ballpark single, needs a 1-7, and he gets a line out to short instead, 1 out. Tulowitzki, 2-4, and that's another ballpark single chance, 1-7, and he gets it. All right, Russell Martin, first and second, 1 out. Encarnacion, I don't think he has a chance. No, he does have a chance to steal. But it'd be 1-6, and he's being held on, so that makes it like a 1-4 chance. We're just going to go with it and hope Russell Martin doesn't ground in a double play, and that's a 6-7. Against a righty, he walks, loads the bases, so Blue Jays in business now. Maybe tack on a couple more runs. Kevin Pilar. Here we go. Yeah, there were a couple up there. We were caught up in some of the storms, but we weren't in that area. We were actually on Goat Island at the falls, if you're familiar with that. And it was coming down in buckets, literally. So, bases loaded, 1 out, and it's Pilar. 4-7 against a righty. That's a single 2-star. That will score 2. Pilar with a couple of runs batted in. It's 4-1. And Martin will be able to take third on that. So, and they were probably playing the infield in there as well. So Estrada with first and third, 1 out. I'm going to try a safety squeeze with him. He is a C bunter, makes him a D bunter because they're expecting it, infield in. And it's a 7. D7 on a squeeze. 1 and 2. They'll leave it on. And it is a 3. That could be good. It's a pop-up. Oh, that's no good. Could be worse, but it's going to be a pop-up that the pitcher gets. So, everybody has to hold. Could have been worse. Double play would be much worse. So that brings up Devin Travis, first and third, 2 outs. No squeeze here, 2-7. And that is a clutch single on the 2-7. Clutch single for Travis. That will score Martin from third. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And turns it to a single 2-star. So 5-1. That brings up Goins. And so again, third base. First and third, 2 outs. And a 2 on the D20, a potential passed ball. Passed. No, that's balk. He doesn't have a balk rating, so we don't have to worry about that. We have to re-roll here for Goins. Against a lefty, 6'4", ground ball to third base, and that is Brett Wallace. He is not good. 5E27. And they would not be holding Pilar on at this point. Not worrying so much about that lead. And a 16, he might get it. Actually, he might just as well hold him on, because I don't think he can go up any higher than 5. So, 16... 5 and a 16 is a G3. Now the question is, does a 9 on an E27 do him in? And it does. That's an E1. E5, run scores, Travis to second. And I guess this is the perils of having a team that's not very good. But we got to play these games. So, I just messed up my order. Hooey. That's okay. First and second, 2 outs. Donaldson. That's a 1-7. He walks. So now Perdomo is, he's very close to losing his stuff. This is what, the 4th inning, so he hasn't lost it yet, but he's real close. 5 in an inning is bad for him. And we're just going to keep rolling it here for now. They're going to get, let's see, they had Villanueva. They're going to get Kevin Quackenbush rolling away in the dugout. And it'll be bases loaded, 2 outs. They need to get Encarnacion out here. 2-9. 1-2 is a home run. Could this be a grand salami for Edwin? Will it be, or will it be a double? And it's a double. But it's going to score 2. And with the way everybody is, well, they're smelling blood. They're going to send Donaldson, I think. Going to get aggressive here. And, yeah, so Donaldson not being held on, so that gives him a +3 advantage with 2 outs. 16. And, what is that? Center field, that is Upton Jr. -1, so that makes it at least a 1 to 15 chance. And he scores, so... you know what? Edwin doesn't really take advantage of that, so he's going to stay at second. He was admiring his own feat. And they're going to get Quackenbush in here. Perdomo is done. They will... Yeah, they're going to bring in a pinch. They're going to bring in a... Do a little defensive replacement here, too. They're going to bring in Rosales. So, let's see. So, Perdomo will go in that spot. Wallace is coming out unhappy with his fielding work. They're going to go ahead and have Rosales come in right here. That's the fourth inning. And we're going to put P2 right here. So what I should do is put this like this. And that's going to be Quackenbush. Perdomo goes 3 2/3. About what he did in real life, in fact. Rosales. Not a great fielder in his own right, but he has better range. And okay, where was I? Oh yeah, we got to finish out this inning. So it'll be Quackenbush. He's another 12. Okay, runner at second, 2 outs. Bautista against the righty Quackenbush. That's a 6-6 against a right-hander. Pops out to short and pays off, sending Donaldson. They get an extra run out of it. So that makes it 9. They get a 7 spot here in the 4th. And unless they, by some miracle, hit around here, they'll have Quackenbush back out there for another inning. Okie dokie. Top of the 5th. Ramirez. 6-9. Strikes him out. Weeks. 5-9. Batting from the left side. Another strikeout. And Rosales hitting for the first time. 3-8, and he strikes out. So Padres going to whimper 9-1. Whimpering away. It's Tulowitzki now against Quackenbush. Second inning of work for him. 5-5, strikes him out against a righty. Russell Martin. 2-3, ballpark single. We know that's 1-7, and it's a 4, so he gets on for the second time. Pilar against a righty, 4-9, and he does not have normal power, so it's 16-20, a double, 1-15 single. It's a single, 2-star. And they're back in business again. Estrada, he's up at the plate. They're going to let him swing away here. 5-5, we already saw that was a strikeout. So 2 outs. Devin Travis. 3-8. 3-8, strikes him out. Quackenbush will go with a second full inning if they can. If they don't have the. Oh my goodness! What did you just do? What did you just do? Where's the controller? sit. Okay. All kinds of fun going on here tonight. Upson Jr., top of the 6th, 9-1. And it's a 4-8 against a righty. That's a walk. So I took a little break, and it's going to give Earl a chance to take a little break here for a few days. So and it's a 2 on the D20. It went off the screen, so we got to check. That's a 4. It could be passed ball. Martin 1-3. It's a 5, so no passed ball. We just keep re-rolling here with Amarista, 6'4", lefty, ballpark single, and he gets a 1. So one single, 1 star. And he's been putting out a lot covering me while I'm off. So Will Myers, first and second, 1 out, or nobody out. 1-6 pops up to the shortstop for the first out. They're going to be pretty tolerant right now, the Blue Jays, for Estrada. Would just like him to complete maybe 7 innings if he can. 5-5, righty. Tulowitzki holding runners on. That means that against a righty, he won't have responsibility. 2-12. 2 and a 3. No, that's going to be. That is going to be. Well, they're holding runners on, so that's going to be a single 2-star, and there won't be any error. But they'll get a run back on that. Now 9-2. First and third, pitcher spot. And they're going to have Alex Dickerson take a whirl here. Okay, so lefty against Estrada here, first and third. They're playing the infield back. They want 2 and get out of this inning. And against a lefty, a 4-5, that's a pop out. It'd be pop out to. I don't think first and third means infield fly rule, so that's Derek Norris now. 2 outs. And a 1 on the D20 means potential wild pitch. A 1-6 would give them another run. That's a 5. 9-3. Little, making a little headway here. So Norris still at the plate. Runner at second. Against a righty, 6-2. Ground ball back to Estrada. 3-0. 3 and a 7. The only chance of anything for the Pods. Makes the play. And that'll be the third out. They do get 2 runs. And they may have shortened Estrada's night a bit here. We'll see. He'll probably still get through the 7th, but you never know. Don't want him to take him too much farther past 27 batters. Ryan Goins. Oh, Quackenbush came out. So this is the bottom of the 6th. And let's see. They're going to go to lefty Brad Hand. Pitched in the last game. And he'll take up residence there in that same spot. All right, Goins against the lefty Hand. 1-2, ground ball to first. Donaldson Maybe not the greatest move having a lefty in here against Donaldson, but and that's a 2-7. That's a single. And Encarnacion. 6-6. And that's going to be trouble. 1-9 double. That's a 6. Second and third. 1 out. Brings up Bautista. That's a 4-12 and a 1. Okay, wild pitch. 1-18. It's a 3. You can't see it, but that's a wild pitch. Another run's going to score. And they get one back. And another runner 90 feet away. Still Bautista. And a 5-2 against a righty. Normal home run. Ballpark home run. 1-10. It is gone. Takes hand out of here. And that is a big old boom. And that makes it 12-3. And it brings up Tulowitzki. Didn't need to roll that. That's a 4-3 against a right-hander. Fly ball to right field. Kemp 4-E3. And he is going to make the play on that. Make sure. Yep. 2 outs. Trying to get this game done here. Martin. Against the lefty. That's a 1-5. Singles. Phillies used to have this guy that said everybody hits woohoo, and it feels like that's what's happening here with the... And there's a 6-12 against hand, and I think that could be problems. We'll see. No, he is a 0, so you get a good time to have a 6-12. That's a fly ball to left field. Amarista 3-E6. And a 1. That's going to be a double with 3 base advance. And that is... So the Padres had a real nice, kind of nice little high water mark here. And now it's kind of going all against them. And let's just make sure that Pilar did not get a further on an error. So it was Amarista an E6, and that is a 15. And no error. Probably should just not check, but that would, I don't think that would be fair. So Estrada with a runner at second, 2 outs, and it's 13-3. I think we're just going to go ahead and let him hit and see if how far he can go here. 3-11. That's a fly ball to center. So we're going to go to 7th. I think we'll just give him one more inning. Much to Jerry's chagrin, I think, as I'm sure he would prefer to see a guy like Estrada go 9. So Ramirez against a righty, that's a 6-8 and strikes him out. Estrada, well, let's see. Walk, hit. Ooh, boy. That is not a strikeout. That is a base hit. He reached his point of weakness, so that's a single. Toronto. Yeah, they're going to get Pat Venditti up. So Rosales. Actually, no. Weeks first. And Ramirez, yeah, he's got a fair chance of getting thrown out. 3-9. Strikes out. Seventh inning, I probably could have pinch hit for him there, but we'll save Solarte for later. Rosales now. Maybe with 2 outs, we'll see. You know what, we're just gonna give him a DI on this. Rosales. So that's a 4-7 against a righty, 1-6 single. It's a 7, that's a liner to third. That's second out. Top of the order, Melvin Upton. 4-11 against a righty, pops out short. So that'll be it for that. That's the 7th inning stretch. I like to be as close to what the majors do. Okay. Let's keep going here. I'm gonna take hand into another inning. Two, 4. That is a pop out to shortstop. Goins against the lefty, strikes him out. Strikes him out. 2-inning pitcher, so he hasn't reached his point of weakness yet. Donaldson, this is where they'll keep him going here. 6-7 against a righty, 1-9 single, and it is a 9 on the friggin' money. Can't just have a quick inning here. Really could use it. Encarnacion. 3-3. 1-2 is a single. Maybe they'll get out of it here. And they do. Sorry, Blue Jays fans. I know you want to attack on some more here, but I have to. What is it? Yes. Hold on just a second. I got to take care of one. 80. Finish up what you're doing. You can go brush your teeth, okay? Hey there, demos. What's happening? Alright, so we're going to the top of the 8th here. And, you know what? We'll give Estrada one more inning here. He's looking gassed, but what the hey. Amarista against a lefty, 6-6. 1 or 2 is a triple. It's going to be a fly ball to center. 1 out. Will Myers against a righty, 4-11. He pops out to Tulowitzki. And Kemp against a righty, 3-5. He strikes out. And so Estrada, they'll have Venditti come in to pitch the 9th. Let's see. They're going to have Fernando Rodney pitch to the bottom of the 8th here. Quackenbush went how much? 1 1/3. Hand went 2. So Rodney will pick it up here in the bottom of the 8th. Face Bautista, Tulowitzki, and Martin at the very least. .310 ballpark home run. That would be a rude awakening for Fernando Rodney. Bautista has a triple and a home run already. Will it be another one for Joey? 1-10, and it is going to be gone. It's a 4, it is gone solo home run. And that is how many? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home runs, or 5 RBIs in this game for Joey Bats. And that's the way to meet a closer who is not in a closing situation. Tulowitzki, 4-7 against a righty walk. Dude's not getting anybody out, is he? Martin. 3-7. Strikeout. There's an out. No stealing here. Plenty of lead as far as it's, what, 14-3, I think, is the current status of things. 4-4 against a righty. A ground ball to third base. This is going to be Rosales, a 3E23. 3 and a 6. Really need to hurry this up here. 3 and a 6. Not responsible. It's going to be a G3. It'll advance the runner. Only play is to first. And so they're going to get a pinch hitter out. And they'll give Daryl Siciliani an at bat. And I cut that close. That looks like that is a 15 speed. Okay. So, runner at second, 2 outs. That's a 2-2, and it's a ground ball to first. He'll make the play. We'll take it to the bag that himself there. Okay, I have to run for a minute. You know what? I'm going to get this finished up. So they're going to get Venditti out here. Estrada. Let's get this wrapped up so we can put a bow tie on it here. Estrada goes 8 innings, a nice outing for him, faces 31, and it'll be Venditti to clean it up. And they got, I did not get this right here. This box score is all messed up. We got 4 more here, we got 0 there, and we got 1 here. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14 to 3. And it will be the pitcher's spot, which means they will have Solardi pinch hit. Going to face Venditti, the left-hander. 3-9, strikes him out. Bring up Alex Dickerson. No, Alex Dickerson was a pinch hitter. It's going to bring up Derek Norris. Against a righty, 6-7, ground ball to second. Travis 2E19, and he makes the play. And that'll bring up Alexei Ramirez, and they're going to give Betancourt a run out here just for giggles. In 7, actually I guess I could put that in 7B. All right, here we go. End of the road here for the Padres in this one. It's a 6-7. So another 6-7, second base X. Travis 2E19 makes the play. Ball game is over. 14-3. The Blue Jays make short work of the Pods. Marco Estrada with the victory. And the loss to Luis Perdomo in his first start of the season. Jose Bautista is probably the player of the game. 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in. Quite a nice output from him on this day, where didn't get a very good. You got a pretty good outing from your starting pitcher against a pretty poor team. And anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I see that the connect kind of gone to crap, but it's okay. So 14-3 your final. Blue Jays run the record to 8-6. Padres dropped to 6-8, and we'll have another game here probably tomorrow night. So thanks a lot. Thanks for sticking around here. Thanks to Tabletop Earl for picking up some games when I wasn't around. And take care. Have a great night. And strat on and roll on, as Jerry says in the comments here. Take it easy.